Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It is I, your, let me see here, your Bobo training, your Bobo raising, your challenge clobbering, your challenge championing, and let me see here, your very humble streamer, Waxamillion, bringing you a wondrous, comfy day of Bobo Bay. Yes, developed by New Future Kids, I believe, the developer. An amazing spiritual successor to the Chow Garden by the developers of Sonic Adventure. If you all remember that classic game in the Sonic franchise, a very nice, streamlined version of the game for a 3D setting, with a wonderfully hammy, a wonderfully hammy plot, and an introduction to some of the most iconic characters like Sonic or Shadow and Rogue. A pretty, honestly, for the whole entire franchise, I think they kind of peaked with the gameplay of Sonic Adventure, and if anything, kind of just either sloppily reiterated upon that with any other subsequent game within the whole franchise. Let's say Sonic 06. Terrible. We all know it as being one of the clunkiest platformers / physics engines ever. The way that game was coded was just absolutely just glued together. Like that sort of thing where it's just alright, well, let's just go ahead and just get some flex seal. Let's go ahead and do some flex seal for the bottom of this boat. But it's not a pontoon boat. It's Sega. It's a major Sega franchise, a mega Sega IP. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. This is something that has a lot of bulk, a lot of history, a lot of good fortune and will cast upon it, because it's had a lot of great, already a lot of great marks, a lot of stumbles, but still nothing of a huge defining magnitude. But for some reason, for Sonic 06, they decided to treat a whole entire yacht, a storied yacht, a cruise ship from the olden days. People are barely able to be alive to pass down the techniques for repairing some of the things within this cruise ship, some of the proprietary pipe systems and I don't know, some of the proprietary inner workings of this yacht. I'm going on way too long for Sonic 06, but basically it was a ramshackle game. Let's say all the other games within that sort of era. You have your Sonic. Oh god, it was the one where Sonic becomes a fucking wolf or something, and he has a sword too. One of the major mechanics introduced is that you can just have sword-based combat. Did not work out well. Just really did not work out well when you Samus makes sense being able to roll into a ball when you have a bunch of energy-based weaponry and one of your weapons is just your arm. But it's not exactly the same when you're Sonic and you're rolling up in a ball and you also have a sword. I'm sure probably in that game it's just I can summon it from the sword dimension, you're freaking Gilgamesh or whatever from Sword Art. But it just doesn't really work out well for such a slender, speedy, just hands-on-ish kind of character like that. And then turning into a bulky, just fucking pretty much a very like out there. Like you do not want to see like this person's fan fiction for their werewolf man romance novels. Like they have some really spicy novellas out. They're honestly getting a little bit too much attention. It's not the greatest writings, but you definitely don't want to see like their like online blog writings of why you don't. That's for the inner workings, like the people who get into like the cultish like Discord for the author. That was the design for the werewolf there in that Sonic game. But going back all the way to Sonic Adventure 1, it had great gameplay, great soundtrack, honestly. I mean, that very much helped propel it into notoriety. We talk all about that. But the major aspect we need to focus upon for today's stream is the fact that it had the Chao Gardens, which was pretty much a fully fleshed out minigame. And I think it's only a minigame because there's really no further sort of like classification for what the scope and like grandiosity of the Chao Gardens was, in terms of it being it's sort of like the whole like things about like what is it, like Gwent, a lot of like the mini games from the Final Fantasy styles like series, especially things like a Blitzball, where I think they even had like simulated leagues and whatnot. Kazak from the KOTOR series, just except Chao Garden. I think well, let me put it like this: a lot of these games that I'm talking about were fully fleshed out as games. They were fully devised as games. They have a life of their own. Gwent can be played on its own. Kazak, play on its own. Like, not Blitzball. Well, I think there's probably going to be somebody getting towards there, like, not just in a VR space, but there's probably definitely someone out there in some sort of, like, VC capacity that's going to try to be like, oh, let's come up with a tube soccer where you play in a wind tunnel, one of those vertical, like, wind tunnels, and you play soccer at the same time. Which I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do with, like, how we're going to be able to pass down the soccer ball, really. I mean, it's gonna have to be some sort of like variable weight or something for like the soccer ball. I'm not sure how it's gonna work out, but maybe be like that one like substance to where it's like really like a liquid until you apply pressure to it, and then like the surface tension becomes hard enough for it to become like a solid on like the surface of like the water. Maybe that'd be like it. But let's see here. The Chao Garden from Sonic Adventure 1 was its own fleshed out game wherein you could pretty much go to this like separate space, this separate dimension that hosted just pretty much like a, I don't know, like a full like secluded like garden / planetarium for these like Bobos to live in, like a la like fucking Trigun, if you know like the intricacies of that plot. You know what I'm talking about there? Except the Bobos, yeah, I mean, the Bobos are kind of like the Trigun people. Like, they're not really I'm not Bobos, but the Chows are kind of like the Trigun kids. They're in a lot more ways than one, honestly. Like, they're really cute, wacky, they're charming, they're lovable. They get in a lot of antics. You could probably throw both of them as far as each other. Even though Trigun is probably like 1 billion pounds, he could just be like a thing where it's just like, when you want to comedically throw him, he becomes as light as like a paper ball. But the Chows would pretty much be like secluded in this. I'm not exactly sure what they were involved in with Sonic Adventure 1. I never played Sonic Adventure 1. I'm gonna be a full lauber in that one. I only ever played 2 because Sonic Adventure 1 was, of course, separate. I don't think it was available on the platforms that I had Sonic Adventure 2 on, so I just never got to it. I don't know if there was ever just like a re-release or like a repackaging of it. I know I had like the Sonic compilations, one of those earlier Sonic compilations where they had like actually on like physical disc and whatnot. When that sort of package was being first developed, I had one. But the Chao Garden, they'd be secluded. And you would go ahead and raise these presumably harmless creatures in just like these like areas. Like one would be very similar to where we're going here. It was like pretty much a Chao Garden, and from there you would unlock a weirdly enough, a heaven or hell type scenario. You see, this is the thing with these like chows. A little tangent for the chows. Like they're chthonic. They're also well, what would that be like? Well, what would they call that for being like of the Abrahamic faiths or something like that? Like how do they talk about like describing angels and demons, like the ick of that? They are angelic demonic beings. They encompass a wide range of like universe defining and universe destroying type of like characteristics. They are some sort of mishmash of just like just like presumably innocent baby-like creatures that can hatch and grow up into something that will either create or destroy us. And you being Sonic the Hedgehog, Rogue, even Dr. Eggman, you go and you raise these little bad boys. You go ahead and have like a little like adoption center of chows. You give them little weird, I don't know, like jewels. You give them weird, like sort of like sugar capsules, like sort of like the things where it's like the liquid, like the sweet dyes and like the soda caps that you would buy. Like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? You would pretty much give them like that, or you'd probably give them like, I don't exactly know. It's Chowstel meth, maybe you're just giving them straight rock. But like these chows, like it's like you're looking at me like, oh, okay, like you're actually giving these like small innocent creatures meth? What? No, look, like these chows are world-ending chthonic-like beings. Like, let me just say, this shit is a drop in the bucket. I can't even touch it. I have to prepare it with gloves. Like, it's like one of those like it is actually. I have to prepare it with gloves. It's in a controlled environment. In fact, it just being lying around, you see it has an aura to it. That's it. I accidentally dropped that. We're all blowing up within like a 20-meter radius. But to them, man, that's just like chomping down on like a crouton from a salad because you don't want to take a big bite and you're just like, I just want a nice little bit of crouton. Ain't nothing to them. The blueberry out of a plate. One single blueberry. And you raise these beings, like getting their stats up. They have different stats, your strengths, your jumps, your runs, your stamina. You give them like different like treats, different animals that like hang around with different items to play with and interact with each other. Their stats go up, and you send them out on challenges. And throughout these challenges, they gain notoriety, they gain more strength, and eventually they become the champions. Yes, I know that kind of like did not roll out because I wanted to say Chow Champions, but then I decided to pivot into morphing them together. Which, yeah, the Champions kind of sounds more like you would like, I don't know, like a 90s kind of like TV show where it's just like, screw it, we're in America, we're just gonna have like hot dog eating competitions for like kids. This is the Champions. Like the alternate one where we didn't go all like Reagan-y, so it's like the 90s was filled with like the physical challenge ones, or like kind of like light game shows. Anyways, I think it's about time we get into the game. I'm really looking forward to this. I've played this game since about, well, you can see now I have like multiple different saves. It didn't tell me that I couldn't just continue straight from like a different save. It didn't tell me that I had to like restart the whole entire game. I'm gonna be a little honest. I'm scared. I'm kind of scared to try any of these. I'm a little bit hesitant. It's gonna be a little bit black magic-y if they're going to go through many different iterations and tell me I can't carry over saves, and then right at when they fully released it, be like, oh, we worked that one out. Actually, we had it worked out the whole time. We were just kind of like saving it for the big moment. Which wouldn't be too bad strategically. Okay, here we go. I'm loading in. I almost feel like I have to do a new save though, but I am gonna check out to see if it can load an old save. Wow! Would you fucking look at that? That's amazing. God, it looks so good. Very smooth graphics now. It's seemingly like very much smoothed out and finalized for like the little like smoothing on the graphics, a little like kind of almost cellish, shady-ish. But it very much reminds me like this could be like a hub world for a 3D platformer of like the modern like indie age. This is liquid and OBS. Orange, you glad you're having a good time? Orange, you glad to know a cool guy like me? I did not have this shirt on from the last time I played. I don't know if I have some sort of like a randomizer for like shirts, which I guess really is just like kind of like fashion if you think about it. If you want to like gamify like putting on clothes, if you want to just look like I feel like I need to change up to my clothing, like I can't just keep wearing like socks and sandals. Yeah, I can't just keep doing this. I have to have some different taste. I have to have color. Just think about the fact that you want to like randomize your outfits. Your every day is a new roguelike run, buddy. And putting on the outfit is just like getting your like build set up. Wow, look at them. They're all so cool and so awesome. Most of them are sleeping, but we got some cool cats out here that, well, granted, they don't have any sleeping bags. They're just having a good time. They're having a sleepover. They had a nice heated debate. Maybe it was something like maybe they have like kind of like okay stats. They don't go on many challenges, so they're just like, well, we kind of talk to each other a lot about the things that interest us. Why don't we just have a two guys talking podcast? So it's like, screw it. Why not? Everyone else is asleep. We might as well get like an episode in. Today's topic of the day. Is lava milk really the best source of stat gains? Are there better alternatives? And is raw lava milk the way to go? For today's special guest, we have Bobo Bogan. Anyhow, I don't know what to do. Now that I'm actually in the game, I feel like I can't delete them. I feel like I have to start a new one, but I will not delete these guys. I can't do it. That one Bobo that's just like, you think you can let me get out of the water? I'm like right at mouth level. Right at mouth level. Okay, I guess they're switching. Alright, we're starting a new save. You know what? Wait. No, I'll do it on my own time. I was gonna say hi to all my Bobos. Yeah, we can say hi to him and pet them, but it's nighttime anyways. Yes, it's only 0.1 hours. It's the same day as the 2 hours right here, so I can get rid of them. There was probably only one Bobo there. That one Bobo is gonna turn out to be some like am-like being where that. Ooh, new intro. We're turning a new leaf chat. This reminds me of like a Wind Waker like scenario, and it's pretty good. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you motherfucker! What the hell, dude? You could have definitely got that donut. Although very great posing, honestly. 10 out of 10. That was pretty good. That was nice. That's all I really needed to know. I guess we're getting picked up from one desolate island and going to a slightly less desolate island. Miss Biggs, so happy to finally meet you. Hello. There's a certain romance to taking a boat to your new home, isn't there? What? Wait a second. Did I not glom upon this the first time I played this and saw this like intro? Now that I think about it, because like I forgot that I had watched this with like the last demo that they had. I want to say we're in a seemingly water-like world again, evoking the whole idea of like Wind Waker to me. It's seemingly the only way that we could traverse is through water, through boats, and like aquatic-based motors, like vessels and whatnot. So I'm not sure I'm not sure what other sort of like mode of transportation they are like talking about. If we're talking about like some sort of like maybe there has been like water bikes have been developed, like Akiji from One Piece. Maybe maybe people have like evolved to be able to like walk on water, or like shoes / boots have like some sort of like substance on or surface on the bottom that allows for that traversal. I mean, yes, there are planes, certainly. That could definitely just be the way to go. I don't think really. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be enough affordable oil, affordable like just like real estate to house planes in this kind of situation. But yeah, I mean, whatever. There's a certain romance taking a boat to you. I'm just doing small talk. Fuck it. Yes, indeed. We will arrive pretty soon, but I've lots to ask you. Oh, that's good, because honestly, I really have been kind of like isolated on that island by myself, and I've kind of like kind of forgotten how to integrate into like social situations again. All I knew was that this was a boat and it's nice to ride on it. So that's all I got. Exciting, hit me. First off, do you feel ready to raise a Bobo family on Starling Isle? Readier than I've ever been. It's been a long time coming. I do like the text speed that they had for like 2 different dialogues. Like, I don't know, like a small little aside. That is a nice like methodology for like game design. Is like even the small things like how do multiple instances of text getting placed on screen, how does that interact with like the attention of the player? How do we make it to where these can be either asynchronous in a way, like say dialogue that is too quick to really have that much of an effect, no matter if like there are like vastly different sizes for like the dialogue or text boxes, or they're timed in a way that is asynchronous but not too asynchronous to really like just offset the player, or be too dynamic. And we have like a lot of like good games that have like those sort of like heavy text scenarios. Like Cyberpunk does a pretty good job of that. But this game, it did pretty well with these 2 dialogue boxes. I won't lie, I'm a bit nervous, but one can't stay blue too long when living in such an interesting new world. Is that gonna be like the mayor's looking at us? Is that kind of like a reference to our like skin color zombie like thing going on here? Because like you're all blue, so I don't know if you just have like a lot of confidence in yourself that like you're just okay with like saying like almost offensive, derogatory things towards like an aspect of your own self. I don't know if I'd call that confidence, but like whatever we would call that, brevity, something, shame and shit. I don't know if it's a reference to the fact that I'm kind of blue. What do you like? Do you want me to be green? Are you trying to make like a comment here? Yeah. You're saying green ain't mean? Like, are you trying to like get some sort of slogan going? But I also don't know if you haven't seen yourself in the mirror lately. That's also a thing. That's what I like to hear. Do you have any big things you want to try and do out here? Well, besides raising just raising a ton of cute Bobos, I intend to fully introduce the other Bobo species into the wild. What? I don't think that's gonna work out. Oh, very interesting. So do phantoms and fairies? I've heard they've been spotted recently. What? No, okay, this is some updated dialogue. I don't remember them talking about phantoms and fairies. That must be like the angels and demons of like the Chow Garden variety that I had referenced way earlier. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did reference that. Wait, no. I actually didn't wait, yeah, I did reference. Yes, I did reference that. But anyhow, that's a good variation on that. Phantoms and fairies. Actually, my sister told me there might be 2 more species out there somewhere. Once I have one of each species, I would like to race them all against each other. What is going on here? Are we gonna like literally? Are we doing like a still ball run situation? We're doing some sort of like small scale anthropological like endeavor, but at the end of it to just do like the running Bobo man, to do like a running royale. Like what? I wasn't thinking about the fact that the cursor was in the middle the whole time there, too. Intriguing. Well, I wish you luck on that quest. I don't think they really have any idea how reintroducing these species out in the wild is going to go. Like, I know the Bobos, they're sapient and just self-sufficient. Well, I don't know if they will be self-sufficient. I don't know. Oops, sorry. I hit the mic there. They're sapient in a way where I don't think it's going to be necessarily the same as introducing a species into like a different environment from where it like had evolved to be a part of like the food chain. But I don't think that's going to work out. You're either going to have some sort of like baby turtles on the beach situation, or they're going to like just fully decimate the wild that they go into. You went in a shorter term, girl. Yeah, they're looking at us like, yeah, that's a lot going on here. I invited you to this island, but you're talking about fully changing the ecological nature of the island. Yeah, that's kind of beyond all of our authority right there. We kind of don't need to be playing God when we are in a post-apocalypse like this. Prep for the big jam competition this Saturday. It focuses on running and swimming. Sounds like there's some Bobo Racing League merch up for grabs. Huh?
Say no more. Training begins immediately.
I have some more questions if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of felt a little bit final, but sure.
Of course. I'm incredibly sorry, Mayor Mill, but I'm so eager to get to the island I can't focus on anything your beautiful voice is saying. Whoa. You're just sounding like me there sneaking in that beautiful voice is saying. So, oh, well, now that you sprinkled in that compliment, I kind of forgot that you just said that you kind of just started ignoring me. Or, of course. Either way works. Your Bayfarers arrived. Okay, I like that. Like that Bayfarer. That sounds really good. That sounds like the kind of like name that you would have for like a journeyman of like a water world kind of thing. Like someone who like scouts out the different like islands for habitation. A Bayfarer. I like that. And then there's the Bay Watchers. The guards of the habitated islands. Oh. Wait a second. Write it down. Copyright it. What are you using that water bike for? Wave Dash is coming up, but you look like you'll be out there a lot.
Thank you. I yearn for an adventure. I also like getting pictures of me taken, so eventually whenever the horrifying news of how I treat my Bobos comes out, they can have a nice flattering picture for me on like the newspaper. You know how it goes. I'm in a fascinating new area, so I'm sure there's a lot of exciting stuff to see. Plus, I'll be able to bring back loads of free snacks and items for my new Bobo children.
Nuts. Okay. We're gonna bring you like, we're for neglecting our children, for multiple times a day for multiple hours and having like a whole entire different life. We're gonna make it up for them by bringing them like the consolatory like packages, the sponsorship items, the stuff we just have in our like little like prep rooms, our like makeup rooms. One of the Bobos will luck out and just get it like a mini Dasani. They had plenty to give away. In fact, I was getting a little bit overhydrated. Here you go. So I reckon you'll only be able to take it out once a day. So how do you end up... I love how she says that. It's just like, well, if you could upgrade your battery, you could go ahead and just be out in the open seas as much as you want. In fact, Bobo children sounds like a Bobo burden to me. So how do you envision your ideal Bobo?
A Bobo that lives...
Damn, okay. So I was talking about how well the text boxes work together, but we eventually did reach a point where that did become a little bit too asynchronous. Like this took a little bit too long to come out. Wait. Why does it have to say recommended? I'm actually kind of like irked by that. I don't like it's like a personality test, like the Morrowind style, like Beyond Morrowind. I don't think they did this for Skyrim or Oblivion beyond like mods. But there was like a personality test that you could take in Morrowind that would give you a aggregated build, an aggregated what do they call that? An aggregated character sheet. There you go. but none of those things ever had like a recommended. This wasn't like the level of like,
which Hogwarts house is I'm gonna take?
and like out of all four, like the obvious, like the obviously described choices, one of them was like the Gryffindor one that was also just had like a recommended. Okay. Like a choose your own adventure book when you have like a couple they have like 3 choices and like different pages to flip to, but on like that first choice it just says like recommended. There's a lot to read.
A Bobo that lives for competition. It's a beautiful thing to watch a Bobo do competition after competition.
That doesn't sound good. We're gonna definitely like helicopter mom. We're not even helicopter. This is like Black Rock like drone. This is like a Black Rock drone mom. We will strike down this Bobo for making the simplest mistake.
I worry about the little guys, so I just want my Bobo to be a great swimmer.
What? I don't quite get that one. I don't know how like focusing on just being a great swimmer is going to like acquiesce your paranoia for their safety. I don't really know how. I mean, like, if anything, in the world we're living in, the Bobo being a great swimmer just means it's gonna have like a penchant to go out into like the actual bay itself and get swept away. I don't know about that one. I'm always up and awake, so a Bobo that can keep up with me day and night is ideal. When things get tough, I want a Bobo that can stay calm, shake it off, and keep going. That one feels like that one should be the recommended, honestly. The go-getter, the doesn't know how to lose anime protagonist. That's the one that should be the recommended. I don't know about the Bobo with insomnia, though. I don't think we really want that. Fuck it, recommended. Sure. What do you think is the most important stat in a Bobo competition? Run speed. These little boogers gotta run. Swim speed, definitely. I've seen some crazy swimming sections in Bobo races. Exciting. They're just birds of a feather here. They're the same thing, the same kind of like paths and whatnot. You're just on land or in water. That's the only difference. And I'm not sure if like the environments really have that much of a different sort of like physics engine. Strength. A jacked Bobo is a happy Bobo. It will help with brawling too. Alright, I don't want to think of these chows being like having like a 6-pack ab or like a shredded body. I know we're gonna like make references to like HG. We're gonna be making references to like Bobo growth hormone and stuff. We're gonna be hitting these Bobos up with like, what is that called? Like Trin. But no, I don't want to be thinking of like looking at these Bobos and they look like those like insanely shredded like 8-year-olds.
Stamina. A Bobo can't get anything done if they get winded too early.
Recommended. Let me tell you what is the curse, the bane of many a early gamer of this game. You will find yourself having a Bobo that has promising stats for physicality, but then gets winded barely even like a third into the race itself or challenge. Looks like we're just about there. All I ask while you live here is that you help us raise funds for the town. Construction's costly, so a lot of buildings are sitting empty right now. Your Bobos can help change that.
I'm going to raise so much money, you're not even going to know what to do with it.
Well, as a mayor, I'm gonna be real honest with you. That Bobo, the Bobo guy up there, he can't really understand us. This is on the down low. I'm going to use that for my own gain. Yeah, I'm going to commit a lot of financial fraud, but really, we're in a very good, secluded, tax-free-ish area out in this world. So no authorities are gonna come for me. It also goes for you and your Bobo raising, by the way, so, you know, we're gonna have that little, like, give and take here. You don't mention it, I won't mention it. I think we will make a solid team, Parfait. Yeah, that's definitely someone who just found out they're gonna get rich as hell off of somebody else's work. Parfait, I can't wait to see what Bobos you raise. Come by the town anytime to say hi. We went ahead and closed down everything besides Cobb's Market for your first day. All the other all the other workers and businesses just like, what, for one dude? What? Oh, we all gotta stand out there and like start like holding up signs like, you're the best. Whatever island welcomes you. Nice to finally meet you. Congratulations. Like, what are we gonna have some like little like welcoming ceremony with them? I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. We're all like one happy like apartment complex sort of thing situation going on. So, dude, like you would recommend the new tenant, but I don't know. We're just shutting down this like vital business for my life. I mean, like this is how I afford to pay the rent. And I don't really even know this person. I don't think it's good enough incentive for me to like go ahead and close down shop for the day. What is your favorite kind of pie? I remember answering this one with a stern, I don't exactly know from the list. From this list, I'm kind of like on the fence about most of them. I think banana cream, that's different from like banana pudding, right? If banana cream is like pretty much like banana pudding, I suppose I'd go with this one. But these pies are a kind of crazy mishmash. Like all these pie flavors belong to the same category of like person who's just like, oh, I like mint chocolate chip ice cream. But it's like, hey, look, everybody can have their own favorite ice cream. But mint chocolate chip people, I feel like they're like the kind of ones that just like, oh, I love it, but also there's a stance I'm taking by liking mint chocolate chip. Like all these ones where it's just like, oh yeah, key lime pie is my favorite, but that's because blah 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 blah, blah, rather than just like, oh, it's just really good. No, you have an agenda with all these pies. Pecan pie, you're the southern supremacist one on that sort of thing. You're like definitely bringing that to every sort of get together. You're always recommending people get the pecan pie. But you have like, you're not exactly bloviating on how good the pie is. You're that kind of person who's just like preparing the whole entire like pecan pie dish with like the ice cream and like caramel or something, maybe some more pecans on top, candied pecans. But you're just like you're like shoving it into someone's face and you're just like, let it speak for itself. Key lime pie, that is, of course, as I was saying earlier, that's the bloviator. That's the YouTube essayist. That's the person who knows the whole entire like history of like key lime pie or something. It could do a whole trivia night. If there's like a Mexican restaurant Jeopardy going on and there's like a column that's just like key lime pies, they're like, yes, fuck yes, finally. They haven't been good at anything else, but key lime pies comes up, they sweep. Blueberry, probably the most tolerable of them all. But there's just almost an overwhelming like smugness about them that speaks for itself. It insists upon itself, sort of thing. You know that they would like to bloviate or shove it in your face, but they know they don't have to, sort of like feel. And banana cream, they're tolerable, but every now and again they just say something that might be a little bit weird or cringy. That's just part of their personality. It has nothing to do with banana cream. They're not weird about banana cream, but they themselves are kind of just a little weird. So I'm gonna have banana cream. Great, see you soon. Bye bye, Mayor Meal.
All right, let's go find a Bobo.
I kind of find that weird that it did have a little bit of stereo panning for the character, like your main character. I feel like the main character should be anchored. Alright, Jesus. Man, this thing was fucking going off. Like that, like this flip phone buzzing like that, like, yeah. Okay, I know what you're doing, Parfait. Okay. I know I can never tell when you're blushing because you have a permanently stitched on, like, blush thing going on. But I know what you're using that buzzing for. Let me tell you what, sister, I don't blame you. That thing was going fucking hard. Arrive at the bay, open 4, pick up letter. Arrive at the bay, open the phone. Pick up the letter and then read the letter. Alright. Dear Miss Biggs, I set you up with a new cell phone that will walk you through how to raise a Bobo. It will unlock fully after you complete all the tasks I gave you. Nice, cool. Oh, you think I could do it? Think I could do it, chat? Nah, I definitely don't have enough, like, vertical push to be able to, like, throw that. But maybe from, like, right around... Yeah! Oh, wait. What? Can you throw? Probably like this. Turn. And... chuck! Oof. No, not quite there, yeah. We needed to be on, like, even, like, ground. Turns out my controller is dead.
Update.
I know just what to do. The Rose Nana. Oh, yum. I think a Bobo from the forest would love this acceleration fruit as a snack. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's kind of funny. I mean, might as well have just been, like, painted, like, yellow. It's close enough. I like that. It's just like Rose Nana. It's very much like a strawberry, but in this alternative universe, we didn't, like, just come upon that with entomology. Or whatever, like, language. Yeah, entomology. So, yeah, no, we got the Rose Nana. Either that, or I will think, like, every single fruit in this, no matter what, is some sort of, like, variation on a banana. It's just like if the banana evolved to be just like a strawberry or a watermelon. I like it. Great fucking real estate. Insanely cozy, picturesque. About as damn picturesque as could be. Like, I almost want to think, like, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to be, like, trapped by some, like, witch into, like, being eaten by her. Or, like, succumb to some sort of, like, ironic spell. Like, I'm a lecherous dude that turns into a pig. I love that it is also a renovation. It's a historical house that's been, like, having, like, needs to be renovated, like, all the time. Taken care of. The cracks are good. Great wabi-sabi. Alright, let's see our first Bobo for our adventure. And we already know what we're gonna name them. What the fuck? Huh? Wait, you come in through there, there's a full light and whatnot that tells you, like, hey, you gotta, like, this is a point of interest. You have, like, a yellow beacon of light. You can almost get, like, any more too obnoxious or obtuse or obvious. But why did I spawn in this pillar? Like, and not even in the pillar, like, in the bushes. Like, I'm, like, a fucking pervert. Oh, look, they're coming to us! Oh, and never mind, they pivoted. Never mind, they, like, thought, like, oh, man, that's gonna be, oh, my God, what is that freaky-ass hand? Oh, my God, that's a zombie. Oh, Jesus, what happened while we were secluded in the fairy forest? What the hell happened to the world? We saw some weird, like, looking big mushroom cloud-like things, and yeah, we kind of bailed for a little bit. Oh, my God, they're perfect. I love it. Orange body with skyish bluish highlights. Perfect.
Here we go.
Hey there, buddy.
Oh, look at them eyes. Look at them marble eyes. You just want to poke them out and roll them around. So cute. Let's see. Interact. Hey there, baby. We got a D. We got the will of D here. Overall grade determines a Bobo's potential. To reach a higher grade, a Bobo must evolve. Okay. To reach a higher grade, a Bobo must evolve. So that means that we only have the available limits of a D with this era of its like age. Like once it evolves into like a teenager, and then like it evolves into like a full adult, and then goes presumably to a sort of like fully matured. I guess it's sort of like a D, C, B, A sort of scenario, I would imagine, if we raise them right. What do they do? Why are they looking like that? Are they like shy? Or are they getting like too overwhelmed? Do they actually just like hate us? Do they actually think we're a freak? Like, why do they have that face? I don't get it. I think if a baby made that face at me, where they're kind of just like, just overstimulated by just looking at my face. I mean, I guess if I was making like a face directly at them, if I had that intent, and then they were making that face out, I wouldn't be as offended. But that's pure right there. Strength is terrible. They are a weakling, and I don't think that's going to get any better. But they have a good stat for pretty much every land-based operation. So they won't go with 2 entire divisions of competitions. They won't go for the melee, and they won't go for the swim-based competitions. But everything else is good to go, except for like the triathlon like ones where you have to like beat down gates. So here we go. We got our Bobo here. They're the shining sun of our life. They're our new sun and our new sun. They're a hustler too. So they are gonna get on that crawl set. Indeed, I got good hope for this bad boy. Oh yeah, that's right.
Up you go.
I didn't even feed them the thing before we got out of the forest. Sure, nice like little like welcoming like care package. Get it for free. Cool, good. Stand over Bobo and have it follow you. What's up, buddy? Hey. How do I
Let's go.
how do I do that thing where I like wave back at you? I mean, oh my god, look at them. Oh, they crawl pretty freaking fast actually. That must be like the acceleration right there. Instead of speed lines, they have like heart lines. I could name them a Bobo, like Apollo. Here's the thing, I wanted to go for a Bobo, a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure like thing. I already have all the names pretty much done, you know, Bosif, Bostar, and so on and so forth. But I'm stumbling now into a really good name with a Bobo, like Apollo. We're gonna have our first character is not gonna be a joke character name. We're not gonna like condemn them to having a bit for a name for the rest of their life. Like obviously naming your kid Bruce because of like the fucking Batman, because of just Batman. You know, we're not condemning them to that. All right. So do you have like bigger strengths now? Do you have like a purpose in life now that you have a name? Is this like, is it some sort of like meta scientific like thing going on now?
Baby's first steps.
It should be Bobo's first steps, but I like that too. All right, get out there and show them who is the rising sun.
Come on.
Because it's you, baby. Shine like a freaking shooting star. Because they're gonna wish they were gonna be as fast as you. Alright, let's go. First competition of the day. You're gonna hear some great music, by the way. This game's music for the matches, pretty damn incredible. Ranging from like a great like liquidy, getting like drum and bass tracks to down tempo-ish, kind of like stuff from like Air, the French band. Good stuff. Actually, though. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at them crawl. They are out. Look at the one person who can actually have like steps. Like the one Bobo who is actually old enough to be able to like run and like stand on their own 2 feet is also the slowest. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. I don't know if it's like a thing of like agency. Like they've matured enough to be able to walk, but also they have like a personality, so they're just like, I don't care about this. I'll walk as fast as I want. You're not my real dad. Oh, Bobo, you did third. That's okay. I could have fed you one of those other fruits. That was like one of the free fruits that they give you on the bench. I could have done that. Granted. But I was just following my orders, my bad. And we almost got wiped by Napkin. We almost ironically got wiped by Napkin. Thank God we didn't.
I love you.
Hey, you know what? There's always room for improvement. We probably fucked up because we did a race when it wasn't even part of our objectives. Okay, no, it probably was what we were supposed to do. Yeah. I followed the fucking yellow thing. I followed the yellow pillar. What am I talking about? Oh. What's going on here? Sick. What's that one say? Look styling. Cute. It's just a paper bag? What? Yeah, no, this isn't some sort of like 2008 level like misogynistic joke where it's just like,
You think you could wear this bag over your head?
you think you could just like wear this cute little bag over your, oh my god, you look so beautiful and cute. Oh, I could. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you now. I'm also gonna turn off the lights in case I perform better in the dark, you see. It helps with the acoustics of like the sounds, you know. Like it was cute with just like a paper bag on them, yeah. Sure. Sir? What is that tower / obelisk in the painting and right behind you? What kind of tunic-like situation is going on there in that picture? I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. That's kind of a little concerning. Oh, Cobb's Market. Say, Cobb, damn, that's some good prices. Alright, I gotta put down my Bobo pants. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I know they're... What the? Bitch. Hey, mister, you can't be saying those words like that. Hey. You better stop saying them words or I put a freaking acceleration soap in your mouth, buddy. Okay? It's gonna clean out your mouth and give you a little bit of acceleration stat. A tiny increase or a small increase? I think we know what we're gonna get. Now, probably want that meat dirty. You know what? We're just gonna go buy all three. Fuck. Oh, well, who am I kidding? Wait, are they just... Okay, I see how it is. I drop you one time, you cuss, and then you start going to like the freaking like black market corner. All right, buddy. Okay, you're not made for the streets. And it's just like that one kid, like that one time in your life, you're like 12 or something. You're just like, fuck it, I'm running, I'm doing it, I'm running away. Backpack's made. I'm doing it. All right, I'm down the street. All right, I'm around the corner. Oh, fuck me. I don't like this anymore. Huh. Good logo right there. I like that. I don't like that it kind of looks like it's almost implying that like the Bobo has like giant like man hands. or like floating hands, a la like Andros or like a Master Hand or something. Yeah, it's like reminding me of like having like the dialogue about having ripped Bobos. Yeah, that's a ripped Bobo right there. What's that say? Was on that box Bobos and was that like snakes and ladders? Bobos and beaches. Okay. No, that's just the swimsuit catalog. And ooh, let me tell you, that shit gets spicy. Let me tell you what, some of them Bobos be packing. Some of those Bobos are bae. Hold up. He's gonna do something wacky. Alright, we're in the doctor's clinic. It's closed down. I like how some of the other stores... Oh my god. Okay, that was completely just an accident. Did anybody see that? Did anybody witness that? I kind of just ran over my Bobo, like my just newly arrived, like baby Bobo, like ran them straight over A-Train style in the middle of the street. Yeah, I think I might just have to toss this one
Who's
out.
a Bobo?
This one might have to go start skipping like a stone on the water, you know. Like, might want to have to go long on that one. Oh, we got someone witnessed. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna have to look at the Bobo anatomy, see if I can break their neck. Now, why does the doctor get to go home and not be on duty, but the person who has that one, like, clothing, like, shop, why do they have to be on duty? Why do they have to be at the shop? If they're closed, too. Are they getting paid? Is it just like, no, I kind of actually, like, live in the, like, storage back room. I kind of, like, hollowed out a bit of the wall and kind of just live in, like, a sort of, like, frogging-like space, you know? Have you ever heard of that? Kind of like that one, like, Channing Tatum movie. Oh, they got smoothie services here. Well, Cobb, you're gonna keep watch over my Bobo, right? You're gonna make sure they're, like, safe while I go just, like, neglect them and go on the water for, like, a good, like, hour or two, right? I don't really have any eyes. I'm a skeleton man. But sure, why not? Look, they're over there already fucking, like, talking to, like, the one, like, Bobo crack dealer or whatever in the corner. What the hell even happened to you? That was not me. No, that was not me, guys. That one, that Bobo ran into the fence. They caused their own CTE. What the hell? Guys. That's gonna be a plushie, right? That's not a completely hollowed out, like, undersea Bobo down there, is it? Guys, I can't interact with it. There's an invisible wall. I don't like this. The hell? What are you? Maybe it's a reference to that, what was that one movie, Us? It's them or something from Jordan Peele. Alright. What does it say? Drive to island, loot treasure. Okay, cool, why not? This is officially sanctioned artifact looting. This is post-apocalyptic looting, so I mean, it's nothing too bad. Nobody's gonna be like accusing us of like appropriation or racism or anything. Or it's an okay, vetted looting. What the? It was just like a letter? Dear Miss Biggs, I had a Bobo drop this letter off me because I was a little worried. If you happen to get your Bayfarer stuck, try getting off and pushing it back into the water. What? They just, I guess they did find us stranded on an island by ourselves, so maybe we were stuck in that situation where, like, we were just kind of like a normal person. We were, like, smart and capable to the point where we got, like, a Bayfarer, and we were, like, traveling on it for a good bit and becoming real skilled at it. But the moment we, like, crashed it on an island, for some reason, we just decided to regress and just act like we were just, like, completely, like, stranded. Increase the stamina stat a large amount. Yes, another leaf berry. Love it. Leaf berry, like some of these like fruits are just straight up like some of them sound like they would be on like a. It's not Arizona, but the one like a like peace tea. Like there would be some sort of like peace tea you only find in like Oklahoma or some like out there place at like a specific kind of like Oklahoman gas station. Where it's just like, oh yeah, the nice like a leaf berry fig peace tea. Where'd my boy go? Cobb? Do you see where my Bobo went? Did they just like decide to go home without me? Did they just kind of like give up? Did they kind of just like know what the drill is already? They're just like, yeah. The last island I went to, my last Bobo trainer was kind of just like this too. It just happens with all the Bayfarers. Yep. They like the open sea and not getting settled down. Happens every fucking time. They're already like got like the full like mac and cheese like chicken tender like dinner made for me. It's just like that's all they knew how to make it. They got like the blanket next to the couch and like a good like drink of water. It's just like they already expect me to be drunk off my ass off the Bayfarer, which granted I would be, but I just got here on the island and they had the liquor store was closed, so. I tried to sneak some onto the boat, but then I forgot that I pre-gamed the day before, so. I had like a little going away party with me and my good friend, a soccer ball. Okay, we definitely need to feed them the pink berry. Or the leaf berry first. Oh, and there's just a fruit just like hanging around down here? Okay, so you get 2 free fruit.
Eat this.
Alright, a little demanding there. It's just like, eat this. Okay, sure. I mean, I guess we are raising Bobo children in that, like, the majority of the time, you pretty much just want to say that. There's no pomp and circumstance. Just eat this. Here you go. And you just drop it down. Okay, yeah. Raising a kid's gotta be easy, right? If it's just 1-to-1 like this, then yeah, it's yeah, man, anybody can do it. Chad, I gotta go get some more water real quick. Follow and or subscribe if you like what you've seen so far. I'd appreciate it. You're welcome to anybody who likes Windows sound effects, by the way. Those don't come usually free of charge. But you got off for today. You're the one kid who got more than one sample at the market. There was a whole bunch of samples on the plate. The mom was kind of like just having a good enough day. She like looked at the person kind of looked and she's like, okay. And you got 4 pieces of free cheese. So congratulations. All right, buddy, you're a hustler. So that means you can pretty much go for multiple races in a day, as long as you don't get fully winded and lose all your stamina. So with that in mind, we have a great, honestly, an incredibly packed stamina itself. We just increased it too, so. But we didn't increase any other stats, so we're just gonna be like the same level as we were with that one race. If we have another race anyways, which I don't think so, yeah. Just the one. Hey, that's good enough anyways, you know. Yeah, you're gonna have to like just like you can't just go into multiple races just in like your first day, okay? Especially if like the first one is just like the tutorial one. I mean, even like the most ruthless like demanding parents, I don't think they like have an introductory day to like most sports or like activities or things of that nature for the kids to get into, and then they like send them off into like a training day or like some sort of like tournament or something right off the bat. That was a good rest. A nice day of walking around and telling somebody to do something and then watching them do it. Hell yeah. No, is there a sort of thing where I can like coach the Bobos or like send them to like a little like different mini games for like training camps, a la like Monster Rancher? Hell no. All I do, I don't even prepare the food. I just buy shit at the market and just drop it in front of them. They know what to do. They don't shit. They know the drill. Hey, Par. I like that. Par. That's shortened form for parfait. Where you go like Pa. Papa. That one's good. Or you could like a hey. You can name them like a. You could go for Faye. Or even Fate. Good luck out there. Want to see one of your little guys up on the big screen someday, okay? Oh, what do you mean? Love, sis. But I know I'm going to like some sort of like Hope Oak backwater. I guess as backwater as can be in this world. Some sort of like backwater island. So I'm going to like the actual like D leagues here. I'm going to the what would it be like? Yeah, no, I can't come up with anything else. But I do like the fact that there is seemingly like a huge wider world of like an integrated like Bobo league. The like what would that be like? The UBL or like the PBL, the Professional Bobo League. Yeah, apparently that's a whole entire thing. There's some sort of like a wider world out there that has like infrastructure for like network television and whatnot. There is more developed society out there. We are in like a post-apocalyptic world to where like you can be kind of like sequestered enough to where like, oh, this is our limit of technology. Love, sis. Okay, so we don't give like a, we're not gonna ever get a name for sis though. Is that gonna be like a sort of thing with like Ness in Earthbound, where it's just like you kind of just like talk to Dad, but you never really like see them beyond that capacity of talking to them. So there is like some sort of like air of mysticism to their actual, to their actuality, if they're even real. I'm the owner of the competition center. Wow. For your first week, I went ahead and filtered out the trials competition list so it would only show you easier competitions. Get ready for the big jam this Saturday. Wow. Biscuit? Nah. You're not leveling me out to dry, are you? You're not giving me the little crumbs, huh? No. I'm looking at my Bobo. I'm looking at them like, no. They can do it. They can take on the big competition. Don't consider us chump change, buddy. We're champions. I'm so confused. I'm not seeing any dropped frames. But I'm also kind of curious to see if my OBS is just running well, if I'm actually like capturing well, if my computer is running well. I mean, I'm able to play the game perfectly. Everything else is running nicely. Wallpaper engine is smooth. I think we're good. I'm just getting paranoid. Biscuit U Mathers. Now, Biscuit, that's just not a name you usually like, give somebody unless they're like in anime or a dog. That's like straight up a dog name. Hey, Biscuit. Hey, Biscuit, want a biscuit? You know, I gave that name Biscuit. Why? Well, because they love biscuits. Yeah, I kind of gathered that one out. You're either going to be that or ironic, like they like cookies. Like, it's a British thing. They like biscuits. Get it? But no, that's not a real like name just a person kind of has. But U Mathers, that's definitely not the real name. That's the person who releases like the 27 course like self-help DVD, the self-empowerment DVD. They have like a full course and whatnot. They do like a whole bunch of like conferences and shit. They're thinking of getting into hypnotism, definitely for the wrong reasons. Yeah, U Mathers, no. I don't trust the person named U Mathers. They have a tagline like, "U Mathers more than you think." Dear Miss Biggs, please come see me in town when you have a moment. I need your help with something. Mayor Mill, is this like when we're gonna have like the sort of like backrooms conversation? I'm gonna like come in and be like, "Oh, what did you need help with?" "Oh my God! Oh Jesus, that's Mr. Cobb. You killed Mr. Cobb. Oh, this is the blackmail situation. Oh, we're stuck in this together now, aren't we? Yeah, you need help burying the body. You know what? Feed them to the Bobos." Okay, let's see here. Feed him to the Bobos. Look at Cobb. Wait, pick him up. Pick up Cobb. Ah, fuck. Swim? Cobb's only gonna upgrade swim? Okay, well, screw it. Feed him in. And Bobos will eradicate that body. Alright, Bobo number 2. Yeah, I don't know about that. I thought that was like a mustache drawn onto the... Is that supposed to be like a face mask or something? I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a face mask, if it's supposed to be like a handlebar mustache, but drawn by like a kid who got access to MS Paint for the first time, so they don't know what like different brushes are. Is it like some sort of like... Is it a facial scar? Did they eat the booty like it was groceries, but also the booty was a fondue fountain? The stats are not great at all, really. They have 3 puny stats for jump, swim, and acceleration, so another landborn, another terrestrial Bobo, which is unfortunate. But we got a slider. Let's see here. They have...
Hello? I love
They have run, and they don't have a jump, though. Acceleration is doggy doo-doo, but they have an insane amount of stamina. Yeah, not great stats. I don't even know if I want to keep this one. And I'm still not sure. The thing, it extends too far. The mouth texture extends too far, but they also look like they're crying, like they know that everybody is like I've been saying this all out loud, by the way. I kind of forgot about that and kind of like was thinking that it couldn't understand my higher language, but it looks like it kind of does. You see that? You see that wide world out there? That wide world is yours for the taking. Every inch, every foot, every mile, every blade of grass, every grain of sand. As the water laps over you, and as the sand turns over your feet, as the air blows through your hair, as the air breathes out from your mouth, so this whole land shall be yours, Bobo. Under my lineage, the whole world is yours. And what yours is mine. Alright, let's go ahead and register ya, Bosif. I don't think we're gonna have enough room for Bosif Bostar. But it's worth a shot. And this is one of the tamer, shorter ones, so we're gonna... Oh, wait, whoops. So we're gonna get into some pretty long fucking names here. Alright, there we go. Bosif Bostar is ready for action.
This is...
Alright, they registered all that. We gotta go back to the garden because I kind of forgot to feed everyone. How are we gonna welcome in our garden and not give them the complimentary fucking fruit? Alright, we will probably need stamina and or strength. We got agility, not great. None of the stats that I really wanted to focus on. I'm not entirely sure what agility even really like does, except for maybe they're like it helps with combat. Let's see if it's actually right next to strength. That will lend credence to it. Yeah. So I don't think like agility, like there's only like one thing where you you go on like a bar and you do like one of like the balance beams. So I guess agility might help for that. Where you can like definitely do a cool like twist and jumps if you lose your balance. And you could like save yourself. I don't know. Yes, strength stat. Let's go. That's right. Kind of forgot about that. I had this fruit for that. No, not for you.
Eat up.
Yes, tastes like water. Cool. Love that. That's great. You gave me a cup of fresh water for my first thing. Yes. This water's spike, right? Because it's kind of lame. And we'll increase the stat, or the stamina stat. Whoa. The hell are you doing over here? You doing your like fucking yoga for the day or something? Over here trying to like get drawn like one of your French bobos? That's definitely the Bobo pose you want to do if you want to be like noticed. Like, yes, we see the posing, Bosif. We know you can aura farm. That's all y'all do. And for a Bobo here, we'll just go ahead and increase every stat and get that run stat up a good bit. Now for the increase in every stat, pretty much helps to just round out whatever paltry stats you can get in your like your stunted stats. All right, that will work. What are you doing? You're getting all dizzy and shit. Do you have like bad blood pressure? You haven't done anything arduous enough to like warrant that. Is it because I fed you like a water fruit? I didn't give you like anything else in your diet. You're kind of just getting like overloaded with sugars. Unregistering is kind of fucking crazy.
Hello?
Like, I don't know. There's something about, like, in Pokemon where you can, like, release the Pokemon, and that's just, like, a couple button presses, and it's like, are you sure? But that feels just more of a natural thing. That feels just more like you're just sending them back out where they came from. Unregistering the Bobo, that feels like you could, like, unadopt somebody. Like, there's the whole thing with fostering where you have that leeway where you can unfoster somebody, but you don't really unadopt somebody. Punch it real good. Now, if I am right in remembering,
Kissy.
none of my Bobos have a good swim at all. Now there's punch it and then punch the baby. That is just a full brawl. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that for whoever has our primary strength, and that will probably be you, Bose, if that's right. I remember now. The other. A Bobo. They're a runner, not a fighter. All right, you ready to get the smackdown down out there, Bosif? You time to order them Bobos? Order, Bobo. Yeah. Let out your fury. Let out your breath of life. Let it breathe free, buddy. Now go out there and destroy that fucking chump. I want that motherfucker to be a pile of bashed bobados by the time you're done with them. Yeah, they kind of look like they're actually already in Super Saiyan mode right there. They're kind of giving me Yonovo vibes from like Hunter x Hunter. That's definitely giving me the vibes of like a Bobo that's just been like concentrating on like getting like jacked, and they're a complete monster in the ring. Yeah, I think I might have subjected Bosef to be like an example. Plungus Fungus. That's a great name. Holy shit! An impact frame right off the bat? What? What are we... Yo, this is awesome. And we gotta go on the defensive. We kind of got cornered there a second. That was a great combo for them. Okay. Now back on the offensive here. We got a little bit of a lead. Yes, there we go. Come on. No, you got this. Yes! Get them the fuck out of here. Plunge is that fungus. And flush that turd down the drain. Let's go, Bosif.
Kissy.
Hell yeah. That was great. That was a great pause. I did not mean to charge there. That was a little flick of my like bumper button. A little bit too sensitive. I hope to God I didn't just like frog squash. I hope I didn't just like frog squash this fucking Bobo. Okay, whew. Okay, let's see here. Where are the stat things? Additionally, hyping them in a race is less effective. Are they just like that focused on the grind set? They got like a little tunnel vision thing, so they're like they're just having like in the back of their head like that sort of like monologue thing. It's just like somebody's clapping for me out there. I don't know who it is, and I don't know what for. It feels encouraging, to say the least. Slider Bobos slide on their bellies when going downhill. This makes them go way faster and use no stamina. They will also slide on their belly and brawl to get closer to their opponent. Did I? I don't think I ever really saw them do that in the middle of their fight. I think I would have watched that shit. Now that's definitely like a cool kind of like a like imagine if like somebody did that in boxing, or I guess that would be more of a UFC thing. Boxing would be a little bit non-whimsical to have that sort of thing happen. Like then like sumo wouldn't have that happen. But yeah, think of like a MMA where like some dude's kind of just like, oh yeah, I'm a Craw McGraw / baby oil specialist. I glide like a ferocious sill upon the ring. But I chomp down on you with my fangs like a walrus. You'd have to do like some sort of like spin leg move while you're like sliding too. You have to do it. run and acceleration? Okay. Now, can Bobos eat more than one fruit? Oh, okay, yeah, that's great, yeah. Cool. Perfect for them.
Here you go.
Nope, didn't think so. 2 fruits a day keeps the Bobo at bay, as they say.
Up you go.
Every time I see like these boards, every time I played this, when they like have like Germanic, like a pattern to it, the Germanic flag pattern, I feel like there's got to be some obnoxious, almost offensive like German voice, like ein, zwei, drei, instead of just like a 1, 2, 3 or something like vocalist. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Instead of the regular music, it's that like little Dark Age playing just for this course. Oh my god, I forgot you have no strength at all. Everything else is promising. They're gonna have really great like acceleration and run. So if they can clear the fucking barriers, they're just fine. But they are, oh no. It's like the one nerd in like the cartoon. They're not even like punching. They're kind of just like eh. They're like dramatically like patting like the thing, man. They're not even doing damage. The barrier itself is just taking itself out for them. It's dying from boredom. Come on, please. Dude, I don't even see them nudging the fucking barrier. They're so weak. Fuck. Oh my god. Just move around it. I think everybody would be cool. Squeebles the second. I should have freaking known. There's definitely like Squeebles is definitely somebody who just subjugates their kid to like being a one-to-one life as them. Instantly fucking tired out. Believe it or not, Bosef did the best work today. But they're not going to do good in that swim competition, so it's time to call it a day.
Hi, Kiwi.
But you did your best, champ. What are they, sleep crawling? Okay, you get into that pose way too comfortably. Yeah, there's no stopping them. They're just gonna keep following me. They have some sort of urge, some sort of drive to just keep them like following me even if they're like completely asleep. And that they also keep their eyes open the whole time. It's freaking me out. At least blink or something. Like, I don't know how you're doing it. I can see the crust already forming. I don't know how you did it, but you dried out your eye completely. Like I can start seeing like cracks forming in it. Like a desert. All right. The lava milk is in. The pinnacle of Bobo fashion. Keep them warm and cozy too. The knit hat. Okay, cute. That's nice. You got that from somebody at like a music festival or like a little like farmer's market. It's the lady who, it's just like they're investing into their dream. They're living the life. They're actually honestly doing pretty good, but the reality of paying the bills is kind of setting in. Alright, we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna be Peter Parker, aren't we? Where are we gonna go with this? Damn it. Alright. Okay. Now from here. Oh, come on now. Fuck. Oh, we just almost Goomba stopped our freaking baby. That would have not been fun to see for anybody, and for anybody to experience, quite frankly. Yeah, no, I would full on stamp out that Bobo like I was just an intern at like the Welch's like grape field. Or not even, and I brought spike boots. Oh, okay, I didn't expect to exploit the fucking light post there, but that was pretty cool tech. Now you're gonna like look at this like vine structure here and not tell me that this is like the most climbable looking vine structure ever. Like, come on. I played enough 3D platformer and collectathon games. I know what's going on with that. That vine is looking mighty climbable. Okay, dagnabbit, I know there's a freaking, like, achievement for, like, getting to the highest point in town. Where's my achievement, damn it? Is it this or, like, over there? Because these look pretty one-to-one. Just, just hearing me just stomp all over the roof here. Like how people would like describe in like rural areas, like having encounters with like Mothmen. Dang, they followed me off. They followed me. That is dedication. Public Works. Okay, fixed benches. There are a few benches left over from the old world that are in rough shape. Let's replace those. What the hell? Look upon. Are we having really like an Ozymandias situation, but it's just like the benches at the park? Look upon my works, ye mighty, and rest leisurely. Your Bobo can be the next Bobo Jabobo. Is that really just their LeBron James? Bobo Jabobo drawing like Mayor Mill, just like drawing Mayor Mill. It's been a long time though. Sorry Mills. Mayor Mills doing their famous catchphrase. What's your favorite kind of pie? They regain some skill in their strength stat. Each day they practice as well. Want to sit with your Bobo and look out to the ocean? Yes, you do. Nice, cool. I do like that they entail that you'll have like some sort of like special like resting thing with the Bobo themselves too. Maybe like you can spend like some time with the Bobo that will like tire them out and not give them competition, but like their love for you increases, like magnifies, and like maybe like a different stat increase. I don't know. Bobo copy machine. Import a friend's Bobo into your game. Somehow, you're able to generate a code for any of your Bobos to send to friends as well. It's placed inside the doctor office. Okay, cool. So we just going like full Star Trek here. We got some like materializer. Sure. Yeah, we can talk about the the mechanics and metaphysicality and the implications of like, is it the same Bobo? Is it just a facsimile? Is it a copy? If there is a minute difference, is that enough for any sort of like drastic change in like the physiology, emotion, the soul, mayhaps of the Bobo? Bobo full stat viewer. Ever wonder how far your Bobo has run? How many times they have tripped? Which competitions they've won? This stat viewer will be placed outside the shelter in town. Is there a stat for every time your Bobo hit a cunty pose? I don't got the money for this. You knock them over, Bobos will come and restack them. It's cute. I love that. I'm gonna spend like a whole like 30 minutes of a stream just like continuously skating into them, just to, like watch them like stack it from afar. That's what being a parent will be like. We'll open up and allow you to store 8 more Bobos. Cool. But I'm not seeing anything about discovering a whole entire new species of Bobo or some shit, so. What the fuck? What was that? Anybody else see that? I was like, I had a whole entire different camera angle that was like focused on the Bobo. Yikes. Okay, so a Bobo. This is an example of a Bobo down on their luck. It's only just like Tuesday and it's barely even like 2 o'clock and they've lost themselves. That's who you don't want to grow up to be in life. Like, I know I'm a little overbearing and sometimes I really like drive you too hard to be like accomplish something, but I just don't want you to be like that. I really don't.
Hello, Manuel.
Hello. Hope you're feeling comfortable at your new home.
Definitely. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba and all that.
That's great. If you're looking for something to focus on, start saving up money to fix up those benches. Man, fucking go and like go on. I'll lend you my like. I'll go ahead and lend you my Bayfarer. You can go and find like, I don't know, a carpenter's guide or something out there. You can fix it yourself. I'm sure you can find out how to do it. Are you afraid you're gonna destroy this priceless historical artifact? Like, what? Are we gonna have to like commission, quite like how there are people who can only work on like certain like cars of a certain era, or like certain like elevators of a certain era, or like companies that had proprietary training and like mechanics and like items and whatnot? Is it like that? Like, why do I have to fund it? We have a full-on doctor here. Why don't we have like a carpenter Bobo? Best way to earn Kadu is to get yourself some more Bobos from the force and win competitions with them. Oh, I can't pick up a part-time job? Okay, whatever. Fine. Screw it. Works for me. It was just only a light dud. I didn't fully run them over. You know, just like one tire, like only like one wheel tread on their like forehead. It's not a full-on like tire line, and like, I don't know, like I shaved like a good bit of their hair. Okay, well, let's go ahead and I guess check to see if there's a new Bobo in the force. I don't think so. It's like, there shouldn't be. Oh, that thunder sounds fun. Keep a Bobo following you overnight. That's definitely like one of those things where it's just like my alarm went off, so unfortunately I'm just gonna have to wake up at 5 a.m. you coughed, so now you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and it's just like my Bobo just like standing over like top of me, like barely even like a millimeter of space between my face and theirs. Like full on cat moment. Dear Miss Biggs, if you get stuck out on the water when on your Bayfarer, use the rescue app in your phone to get a lift back to the town. Do not try to swim back. Yeah, I'm not made for that. And I have such a good like little like collection of nice like indie artists developed like clothing and whatnot. I have a lot of friends in like just like you know like the streetwear kind of like casual scene. So I cannot like you see this sweater? That is not getting submerged in water and having a good time, buddy. I ordered you a hammock that should be delivered in 4 days. Until then, keep yourself busy during the day with your new Bobos. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I mean, I get excited for things. I get excited for certain, like, high-price items, too, to arrive. Especially if they're, like, really integral to, like, a hobby or something I'm, like, taking part in. But I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, someone's shipping me a hammock. I can't sit still. Dude, I'm going to just laze around for the day because I don't know what to do when I'm waiting for my hammock, which I'm going to laze around all day in. Now I gotta keep myself busy in anticipation for laying in a hammock. Oh, okay, I like that. I thought it was like a crazy, like, abyss mouse situation as Bosif was. But no, that's just like a really prominent, like, bloom? Either that or it's some sort of, like, Canadian South Park situation going on where it's just, like, their, like, ass is their head, and their head is, like, their ass is, yeah, the ass is the head, and you know what I'm talking about. But instead, it's, like, a smaller area, like, only, like, hey, what are you doing out here? Oh, you know what? You want to meet your new brother / sister / amorphous genderless creature thing? Say hi. Oof. 4 terrible stats? That's insane. We might not even keep this one, to be honest. They are brawler, though. Let's go ahead and see how. I mean, it's a brawler, so I mean, it literally has to be a tight, focused main trait for fighting. Oh, that's right. You gotta adopt them first. Can't pre-check. Humble traits? What does that even mean? That feels like a double-edged sword kind of trait. Like this is a game of competition, so I feel like being humble would sort of just be like a self-admitting that you're just like bad at a stat or something, or it's just like sort of, I guess, passive ones where it's just like can be a real go-getter at running downhill, but is 75% likely to trip while going downhill.
I love you.
Damn! Yeah, that's a great fucking stat spread. Great little intro guy. The only thing enticing me with this, I think they left on their own. I think they have enough agency and like self-actualization and okay, I was about to say I thought they were just like, well, you know what? If you won't like me for who I am, then I'm out of here. They're a brawler, but their strength is not great at all. But I do need a swimmer, actually. But the acceleration and stamina is fucking doo-doo. And their trait is not conducive to their main stat. I think we're gonna have to just have our first denial. Sorry, chat. Just happens. Sometimes you just gotta trim the fat. Sometimes you gotta fatten the trimmed. Oh god, it actually is just straight lava milk. Oh, but it's like forging a diamond. Oh, my insides are gonna be so much stronger whenever they reconstitute after the lava is done melting it. Oh. No pain, no gain.
Here you go. Eat up.
Eat up, and it is just a carton of lava milk. I mean, okay, it's lava milk, so the carton itself has to be like strong enough to be able to like hold the lava milk, and they're eating that too. So I don't know, man. They must have like Kirby like dimensions, like pocket dimensions for stomachs. I don't know how they're able to ingest this stuff quite so easily. And it looks like they're not even chewing it up. They're kind of like shrinking it down to consume it. Maybe that's why it's easier to digest. I don't know. All right, what do we got here? Nope. No swimming today, Buster. We can just try to see how raising up the stats is gonna do with our, with just doing the right out of the gate baby's first steps. See if we can actually just win this. But let's see here. What's climbing like? Climbing is shitty. Of course. But everything else is pretty well. I mean, as long as we can keep that stamina, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. Screw it. You stay grounded 100% of the time. You don't climb. Okay, it is just straight up a climbing competition. I thought this was going to be like a little bit less than that. Okay, I guess when it says let's try climbing, there won't be like a little parentheses that says also a little bit of running too, I guess. Well, yeah, fuck me for misinterpreting that. We got green Goku. Of course they're going to beat us. And we got forest greener Goku. That's like stage 1 or something. Of course they're gonna win. Actually, we did pretty freaking good. We got second. Not him. I like that. Decidedly not him. More like decidedly mid. Different 3 letters. But a decisively weaker outcome. Hey, we did pretty good. Second place. And not in by a short shot, too. You know, that's good. You know what? I kind of want to just send them out on another one and have, like, another good result. And then wait for another day of stat boosting with our second Bobo. See what they can do. Alright, you've already come this far, a Bobo. Let's see what the fruits of your training will lead you to. Although it seems as if the other Bobos in your competition are kind of decisively a bit bigger than you. But look at him go. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's already out racing them. They're all because all the dust that they're kicking up. Okay, so the acceleration for that Bobo in second place is actually pretty good. They're slowly gaining distance, but not as much as the Bobo. Let's go. Roombelius? Okay, I like that name. That's a good name. Roombelius is like the fifth cousin that's just kind of just only named within like a Roman sort of like mythological tale. Like they're like the daughter, or they're like the son of like the god of sea foam, and like I don't know, Hera. All right, great results today. We got our first major win. Let's go.
Kissy.
I liked how they like head butted that off. I'm over here thinking like, wait a second. That could be good endurance / strength training. Quick, I'm gonna go get a pumpkin. We're just gonna throw it at your forehead. So you can just like one shot headbutt your competition. What? I did some research on the different Bobo species. It looks like you can challenge the fairy and phantom Bobo stars to bring them back to the wild. There's a reference to the JoJo right there. The Bobo stars, come on now. Phantom Bobo stars, come on. This, you might as well be like, you're gonna have to shed a little bit of blood for these phantoms to come back. You're gonna need a little bit of tendency in your battle. Get out of here, bot. I'm already at the end of my stream. Why did you come in now? Hopefully you didn't pop into the chat and ruin a clip. That's all you're fucking bad. It's not bad or good. You're only there here for to ruin a clip by popping into my like chat window on the bot. That's all you got? Get the fuck out of here. I have to challenge the fairy and phantom Bobo stars to bring them back to the wild. Keep an eye out for a way to trigger those encounters. What? What is this kind of like comic book shit? What? Like imagine if that was like in real life. You're like how you're getting into amateur league bowling, and you impress like a retired bowling professional enough to like get them into like minor leagues again and like rejuvenate their love for the sport. But instead, it's like more ecological. Like if like cows got too good at their job, so like aurochs came out of like a cave and were just like, yeah, we're gonna challenge cows to a mewing the grass competition, and whoever can mew the most grass in a day gets to if wins, and if they win, we come back into the wild. If your Bobo is asleep, you can still feed them by snapping them awake. Just don't forget to tell them to go back to sleep so they can get some rest. Trail competitions are on a schedule. You can do all competitions you see, but you just have to wait for the day listed on the right. Wow, unlock sagas now. Or soon. Wow. Yeah, buddy, you need to lay off the hoo-ha. I like the hype, but I don't like that much hype. You don't need to ShamWow your letters. Like, I'm getting a bit of like a contact high reading a letter, and that's not good. I think there might have been a little bit of like, I think your like ink might have been spiked. And yes, I do realize it is raining in the game and in real life for me. And also the Bobos are kind of just standing out in the rain.
Who's a Bobo?
They're only happy when it rains. Okay, so 3 bad stats, and all the rest are kind of middling. Not good at all. Yeah, not very good. Probably gonna have to like go ahead and skip out on a second subsequent Bobo. I kind of like feel like then I'm gonna have to like definitely take the 3rd Bobo by default on the next day. I mean, y'all guys can, like, I don't know, get under the freaking big tree. I have a full house y'all can explore in. I mean, look at y'all. Y'all docile enough. You're not going to, like, have a full, like, child moment where I'm going to come back and everything's going to be destroyed in the house. Tell me one of your, like, traits isn't going to be, like, the living tornado to where you get, like, hyper energetic and you're just going to start doing, like, hey, howdy. Like, if anything, what they're gonna do is they're gonna, like, maybe have the ingenuity to set up, like, like how, like all, like, the dumbass people who do, like, homemade Ninja Warrior setups in their, like, backyard. I say dumbass. I feel like I'm projecting a little bit, but it is kind of fucking crazy and a little bit quirky, to say the least. Whenever they, like, really, like, make an in-depth engineer, like, a full-on, like, course. A miniature version of it. I think I only project because it's just like, dang, I almost wish you could have like invested this skill into like something else, like a more like different kind of like carpentry skill sets. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. I think it's just like to build a Ninja Warrior course is a incredibly specific application of those skills
You want a snack?
and knowledge sets. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I was not even paying attention. That's okay. That's 1 out of 2 fruits for the day.
Kissy.
And guess what? We don't have to worry about increasing that acceleration stat anymore, I guess. Nice. Cool. Soggy bread loaf for ya. Don't you just love it? It's a nice soup to go with your bread.
Here you go.
Oh my god. Y'all can share the fruit or something. What? Whoa, hold up now. Are you teaching them how okay, you're doing like a dance competition, I see. Alright. What was that, like step up? What would it be like? Is your step stat good enough? Oh, you're only like level E for your step up stat? Sheesh.
Bye, Kiwi.
Punch it real good. I think for somebody who did really good on their second day of competitions or third day of competitions, probably go ahead and go for the new me. Definitely neither of them are going for the little water train. That train is definitely never leaving the station. All right, let's go for it. Alright, let's fucking go! It's just an enhanced version of Baby's First Steps, so you're made for this, Bobo. Temptations? Get the hell out of here. Roadkill, you're about to be a smear on the road. Ain't you mean nothing. You're a streak in the underwear. Yeah, redacted. Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's just like an ironic, like are there just gonna be like the parents who specifically want to like adopt a child, but are like I know like liberal like parent raising, so it's just like
Let's name them redacted.
let's take them out of the naming, like the old archaic system of naming children. They're redacted. Like the Temptations. If I knew one of their songs, I think it was a Brick House. I don't want to even take a guess, honestly. I probably don't even remember what their like genre is specifically. It was more like a smoother R&B, right? All right, you did great, baby. Let's go, another win. What?
Beagle?
It's about to start calling you the freaking. It's about to start calling you the well, you'll be the web boom, baby, because you got all them WWWs. Hey. Are you a member of a overbloated, idiotic progeny of American-based political families? Because all I see is a bunch of W's, Bushy. Alright, well that's good for now. Okay. Go ahead and start, like, sulking in the rain or something. You can go ahead and have your, like, emo aura farm time. But now, it's time for Bozarre to shine. Hopefully. But they have a better, they have a seemingly better strength, especially a strength stat potential. Run is okay. That's good. Run and agility, pretty good. And stamina has the best potential. Acceleration is capped, so that's okay. I think we're doing fine. We're probably gonna get like second, if anything. All right, Bozarre. Oh, they already have the like top speed. That's great. Combine that with a burgeoning strength stat. Ooh, okay, not that bad. We're not far behind at all. In fact, if we can really maneuver, no, it looks like we're gonna. Yeah, our stamina got drained really fucking quickly there. I don't know. We immediately started like leaking. We had like a sieve in like the pipeline there. Oh god. We were a rising star, but we puttered off quickly. Jesus. It's like one of those kind of like 2000s like a kid trying to like eventually become like a groundbreaking scientist, kind of like fictional biopics or like semi-fictional biopics. Where you always have to have one of those things where it's just like, I'm gonna be the top rocket scientist, and they like develop like a scientist, or they develop a rocket at like 13 and it like does really good, but then it like sputters out or just full on blows up, or like blows up like a building or something within like their small town. Damn it, Bozarre. Just like your namesake, you had so much promise, but you're snuffed out. And you're snuffed out too early. So much potential you have. And I'm not gonna let it go to waste. I hold out like faith in you that you're gonna do good one day. Anyhow. I just dropped them and they just like fully just like laid flat down. Like they didn't even like stumble or anything. They didn't get mad. They just plopped straight down like a pancake. Immediately going into like the dog nightmares with that like twitchy like foot. They're like having a dream they're chasing a tail they don't have. Like that they evolved out of like before the apocalypse. Anyways, that was Bobo Bay Day 1, by the way. So look forward to more Bobo Bay. I will not be on tomorrow, more than likely, but I will be back on promptly on Friday. Yes, I will be back Friday with more Bobo Bay. Not sure about Saturday, and I more than likely have day 2 of Flock Around with Kami to look forward to for Sunday, for sure. But anyways, that's going to be it for today, folks. Consider following and or subscribing if you liked what you've seen. I would really appreciate it if you did. And especially follow if you're into this Bobo Bay gameplay and want a notification for when I go live tomorrow, or Thursday, with more of it. So yeah, look forward to that. It's going to be it. See you all next time. Leaving you all with Deadly Stage. Bye-bye.